Abba, I feel so fake talking because I did a whole hit piece on you.
Did you?
So I feel so awkward right now, dude.
All right. Hit me. What was the hit piece about?
Okay, basically, I would react to you guys because I love you guys. Like my channel and us, we love you guys. But I think there's a few months ago, I kept predicting. I'm like, if these guys are gonna be nice to Hassan Piker, watch Hassan turn on them. I heard that one of you guys went to the Fresh and Fit studio and there was like a fight. Not a fight.
Yeah, you are wild. This guy's crazy.
Okay,
What?
okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'll
I
summarize.
swear
I'll
I'm schizo.
summarize.
I swear I'm schizo. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
stop
definitely
talking.
are. I'll summarize it for you. Okay.
Would you consider Destiny a friend?
I would say, yeah, a black man has arrived. So if you want to say the N word, now's the time.
Yes.
Okay, well, that was.
Oh my God,
that
Abba! I was looking for that Kanye West song earlier. Can you type it out for me so I can copy paste from you, a black guy? Because I'm uncomfortable typing the word myself. You know what I'm talking about? The Paris one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to give you like an N word pass? but,
Well, like on
maybe a
text, like just
translator?
type it so that I can copy paste it because I don't want to actually type the keys myself.
If you quote tweet it, I think it's acceptable.
Is it okay? Thank you.
Abba, I would like one too.
Of course.
No.
Wait, Zherka, aren't you Albanian? Don't you guys?
Well, that's the thing. Someone came up to me and said, because my ancestors didn't have slaves, I'm okay to say it.
Is that the qualification now? Okay. Okay. Well, anything else?
kick me out now.
Snap. Okay.
No,
love you,
yeah,
buddy.
thanks. See
Can I ask? I always find it so funny. There's so much discussion around the N word. Like, why do people care so badly?
Because when you run out of things to care about, the things that you start to obsess over become more and more stupid. So for minorities, it's microaggressions, and for white people, it's the N-word.
Microaggressions. I don't
Actually,
even
you know what?
think
That might
that's
be a white
really
person thing too. Actually.
Yeah, I don't even think that's. I'll be honest with you. Actually, it could be. Maybe I'm just not even plugged into that. Zherka, you're Albanian.
Yeah, I'm Albanian, and what's crazy is I'm not trying to like look like a good guy. I've never really said the N word. My word used to be the F slur when I was extremely toxic. I used to say that all the time.
You used to say the S slur. What's that?
F.
Oh, the F slur. F slur used to be the one I
ones.
spammed the hardest. But
Oh,
I
yes.
always found hard R very cringy by people who can't make jokes, so they try and go nuclear. You know?
Yeah, I actually spent a lot of time around Albanians and Bosnians, and you guys are a bit different. I didn't know like Europeans and people from ex-Yugoslavia were a little bit gangster like that.
Yeah, Abba, I feel so fake talking because I did a whole hit piece on you.
Did you?
So I feel so awkward right now, dude.
All right. Hit me. What was the hit piece about?
Okay, basically, I would react to you guys because I love you guys. Like my channel and us, we love you guys. But I think there's a few months ago, I kept predicting. I'm like, if these guys are gonna be nice to Hassan Piker, watch Hassan turn on them. Watch. And when I predicted it, I went exploded. I went live and called you guys everything under the sun. I said you guys are cowards and stuff. Because you gotta remember, for 2 months I said since you guys were friendly with the Hassan community, I was predicting they're gonna turn on you, and I forgot why they turned on you.
Wait, when were they ever friendly with the Hassan
I don't
community?
think we've ever been nice to his community. What are you talking about?
No, you used to appease it. The Hassan Piker stuff. You used to appease him. I'm pretty sure.
I think in John's brain, all of the SJW stuff that's like it's all grouped together. I think probably. That'd be my guess.
Wait. So I just made a mistake. You were
Yeah, I
never-
don't think the Abba and Preach community have ever appeased or been like cool with like Hassan's community. I don't.
No. I would say Abba and Preach are appeasing the liberals who are going to cancel them,
Yes,
and
there
then
you
within
go.
a month,
Yeah.
within a month, I forgot what was the conflict, but they completely turned on Abba and Preach.
All right, I think I'm back.
That's
So you
it.
said I appeased Hassan Piker?
No,
We
he's talking
don't-
about
I
like
said-
cancel.
I
He's just
kept
like all
critiquing-
liberal cancel culture stuff. He just groups it all together.
Yeah, I kept critiquing. I'm like, because you guys are comedy guys,
Okay.
you guys are gonna get eaten alive appeasing liberals. And when it happened, I forgot what the conflict was, but Hassan Piker and his community like try to cancel you guys. I felt so correct that I went crazy. I'm like, you guys should have listened to me and stuff, and you guys didn't even know who I am. But I went on my stream, I went crazy.
Okay, but what do you think we do that like appease the liberal community?
There were some times where you guys were like, man, I have to pull up the clips, but there were some times where you guys were saying, well, some jokes are kind of bad and stuff. And I'm like, there's no way comedians are saying this. Like, you guys should be more on my side, where it's like almost any joke is okay, like almost any.
I mean,
Right?
I don't think we ever said that any joke is not okay. I don't think we said that. I do think there's some people who do use the veil of comedy to do whatever they want to do, but I don't think that jokes are not okay. I don't think I've ever said that.
I'm just glad you're on the opposite team of Piker now. I just love it.
I was never on his team. I never liked the dude. Even
Really?
before, I never liked that. There's never been a single time where I've ever liked Hasan.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That makes. So I'm just schizo.
Yeah. I was confused. I was like, wait, when did we like this guy? I've never liked him, but I've never outwardly spoken about him or anything like that. And I think one time he reacted to one of our videos on stream, or a few of them.
Yeah.
And then one time, I guess like he didn't like those Fresh and Fit guys, and so when he found out we didn't like them either, he's like, "Oh, these guys are awesome" or whatever, which I never replied to. And
Wait,
then
was
one
that
day,
true? Was that true that one of you actually were face to face with the Fresh and Fit guys, and you guys were gonna fight?
no, that's not what happened. Yo, Zherka got a crazy memory.
At the door,
Zherka's on another world sometimes. But go ahead, Sam.
Shut the door. What happened?
I heard that one of you guys went to the Fresh and Fit studio, and there was like a fight. Not a fight.
Yeah, you are wild. This guy's crazy.
Okay.
I'll summarize.
I swear I'm schizo. I swear I'm schizo. I'm gonna stop
you definitely are. I'll summarize it for you. Okay. One of their former employees showed up to their door with, he basically opened the door, and then one of the Fresh and Fit people pulled out a gun, and there was a standoff, and it was filmed.
Oh my God! Who was there? Was that you there?
No, I wasn't there, and neither me or Preach were anywhere near there.
Oh, so that had nothing to do with you guys.
Yeah, exactly. We were not involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just blended the two stories then.
Yeah. There was another almost shooting on Fresh and Fit. We weren't involved in that either. Just in case you were gonna preemptively, I wanted to preemptively just put that disclaimer. We were not involved in any kind of violence.
Cringe. Do you do anything cool at all, or do you just talk?
I know, right? Just putting out hit pieces and fucking actual hits on people. No, we're not involved with any of that stuff, Zherka. So yeah.
Oh man, so that's like my biggest mistake. I have to go live and tell my community I fucked up bad.
Hey, don't worry. I've not received a single message from an angry Zherka fan, so I don't really care.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, my channel's small, so I'm like, wow. So I did blend two stories. That makes me look retarded.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't think
nobody. No, Abba, you know why I'm not all the way to blame? 1,000 people and no one corrected me. No one corrected me. No one corrected the story.
I don't think most people who watch stuff do much of their due diligence. Actually, no. You know what, Destiny? I see your chat always filling you in or telling you you're wrong. So half the time they don't know what they're talking about, but the other half they actually fill you in on good information.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Abba, what do you think of the Kanye thing?
Is that the one where he said something about Jews?
Yeah, he's just doubled down on the Drink Champs.
Hey, man, I ain't even mad at him. What is he saying now? Is he saying, like, I'm glad I said it and I need to call out more people?
He's basically just, like, repeating everything that Candace Owens has told him in the past year.
I have no real thoughts on it. I have no real thoughts on the whole, Jew comments. I don't even know, like, the full context of them, so I probably shouldn't comment.
Yeah, you should learn. It's your history, apparently, so.
What, Jewish history?
I guess. Apparently black people are Jewish, yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of black Jews. I'm actually from Ethiopia, and we have a huge Jewish population.
Gotcha.
What he's referencing is the Hebrew black
Israelites.
Yeah,
those are the best Jews. They're the funniest for sure.
They're funny, but I do kind of like them because they have a racial identity, right? I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, those people are completely unhinged and all fucked up, but I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they're preaching on the street and the stuff that they're yelling at people is absolutely horrendous, but they're funny. They got bars. I've laughed enough times at Black Israelite compilations. Most of them get taken down after a few years, but they're pretty funny.
And you guys are in Miami?
No, I'm not in Miami. I'm up in Montreal, Canada. But as far as like Kanye West, I want to ask this. It does feel like I feel like the reaction to Kanye West's comments is a little bit disproportional. Am I crazy?
I mean, they're getting more and more crazy, but the problem is that like nobody is willing to talk with him about it. It's more just like you call him a Nazi and move on. Basically, it's that thing which we've kind of seen happen more and more, right?
Because the initial tweet I saw was like basically Jews control everything, and I'm about to go DEF CON something. Is that pretty good summary of what he initially said?
I think, yeah.
Okay, and then I saw actors come out the fucking woodwork talk about it. They cried when they saw the tweets, and they felt like, and I was just like, "Is this really happening? What this is nothing. Am I crazy?"
Yeah, I mean, people are always going to be unhinged. Like, what do you want me to say? Yeah, that's just
Okay, and
you know.
so fill me in on the second part. Is it true that they really removed this dude's bank accounts and then pretty much banned him from every social media platform?
Well, so I don't know if he's been banned from any social media platform. So apparently, JP
Suspended.
Morgan, I guess, shut down his Chase account. However,
some people say it's fake.
Yeah, but people are saying that was people are saying that the reason why that happened was because he shit talked the CEO and stuff like weeks before. That didn't have anything to do with the Jewish comments or whatever. So
okay. I just maybe this is like it doesn't help your cause if like people say like Jews control everything.
Yeah, I know. When you're getting to, yeah.
He says one thing and then all of a sudden banks are like close the door.
But I mean, if he was literally weeks before like shit talking the CEO, saying like this motherfucker didn't even call me when I switched over, like fuck Chase or whatever, and then they're like, okay, well we're canceling your accounts, we're dropping your accounts. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like.
What? Because you should talk to CEO. They cancel your bank accounts?
Possibly, maybe, yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of this?
Well, no, but I mean, like he's like a huge fucking Well, is he a billionaire at this point? Like, let's say for instance, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, and there's like a local credit union. Or let's say I've got like $100 million, and I go to like throw some money around, and then I'm on like local Nebraska radio, and I'm like, fuck Nebraska Federal Credit Union, fuck these pieces of shit. Like these guys don't call me, they don't do shit. It wouldn't surprise me, like, okay, hey, bro, we're canceling your accounts. Like you're actually like destroying our business. Like this is not good for us. Fuck you. Like I can understand it.
Yeah. You know, one thing I will say, and this is something like a woman told me recently because she was like following this stuff more seriously than I was. And she said, you know what bothers me? Kanye been saying crazy shit for the last few years about all kinds of different groups. And then she says, this black woman told me, she said, and then he says one thing about the Jews, and all of a sudden he got to lose everything.
Yeah.
I said, why didn't they ban him when he was talking crazy about black people?
Because Kanye West wasn't doing... Candace Owens is trying really hard to make the bank account cancellation look like it was because of the Jewish thing, but the account was canceled before any comments about Jewish shit happened.
Okay.
But I understand now that it looks that way because Candace Owens done a really good job at tying these things together. Now it looks like it. Oh, he criticized the Jews and now he's fucked, so the Jews really do have all the power. But I mean, people were going crazy on Kanye West before with like the black or the White Lives Matter shit, the MAGA hat, the Trump shit. Like he was getting a lot of heat before anything related to Jews. Right?
Absolutely, but you never saw the social media ban, so I think that's why people are like,
wait, has he gotten? Am I crazy? Has he gotten banned from social media?
I'm pretty sure they shut down his Twitter and they shut down his Instagram. I'm not stupid, am I?
Kanye West Twitter.
I'm pretty sure he's banned on social media.
Oh yeah, I thought it was they took down the post, not the account.
I think that was the one post he made about Jews. I think that comment got removed, but he's not banned on Twitter.
Okay, CBC says Kanye West kicked off Instagram and Twitter, so maybe their headlines are.
Maybe he got like a temp ban or something, or.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, because his Twitter and his Instagram account still both exist. But sometimes when you make a crazy tweet, they'll like suspend you for 12 hours or whatever, and they'll say delete this.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that happened, yeah.
If they would have perma banned him, that would have been a crazy step. Because I was just thinking, like, lately we've been having a bunch of perma bans off of like all these platforms for things that most people would say, like, okay, they're bad, but I don't know if you'd fully ban somebody. And I thought if they banned Kanye for what he said, I thought that would have been a wild step for me.
Probably, yeah.
If they would have, okay, so we've been seeing a lot of perma bans. Some people feel like they're justified, others don't. If this perma ban would have went through, how would you guys have felt about it?
Depends on what the stated
Wouldn't
reasons
feel
are
anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't feel anything, Abba.
Yeah, it would depend on what the stated reasons were. Wow, there it is. He finally said it.
I mean, Steven calls me the F slur offline.
Is this true, Steven?
He tried to kiss me like 7 times.
So,
we were on that.
So
he was
that
like, "Come do
yes?
the stream on the bed with me," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Is the camera on yet?" I'm like, "No." And then he's like, "Don't you think men have way bigger lips than like women?" I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, come feel them." And I'm like, "Dude, stop." And he's like, "No, it's just a joke, dude."
Do women own lips, Abba? Be honest.
Exactly. See, there he goes.
Like most women, do they own lips? No, they don't. It's a male feature. Am I lying?
I'm black, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think I've kind of just grown up with women having lips. So I don't know what this is even about.
Like women lack lips and eyelashes most of the time. My mother told me.
That they lack them?
Yes, genetically they lack them. Like they're short people too, right? Let's not forget that.
Yo, Zherka, were you always like a big boy even in high school?
No, in high school I was like 175 pounds and I think 5'11". Very
5'11".
What? 5'11" is tall, bro, in high school?
Well, no, now it's 6'5". Now it's Master Chief size, so I'm comparing it. It's very small.
Were you always like the class clown, dude, like the social funny
Oh,
dude?
I was, but I was also like a professional gamer for
Mm.
Maple Story, Scania server, Dragon Knight, and I ran guilds. And it was such a toxic game. People would kill themselves when they got hacked. The Korean players who would mix in with global players. And so all I did was anime and gaming, and then I 180'd my life, right? And now I don't game. So I used to be like Steven. Like I can get along with these dorks.
When you go to social conventions, do you see them in their natural habitat? Is it weird?
I mean, Abba, you missed out on TwitchCon. Ask anyone how it smelt in there. You didn't miss out on shit. It's disgusting.
It was my first convention. I didn't smell it. That's
because it was you.
Are the
That's
smell.
because it
That's
was
the problem.
you.
Okay, all right, look.
Yeah, you blend in.
All right, dude.
All you dorks.
At a vulnerable
Smell
moment.
trash?
Okay?
That's because you are the trash. No, it's interesting though. It's interesting when people don't fit the stereotype. So either the stereotype is inaccurate or just there's outliers that are there for random reasons.
Abba, is the YouTube community as toxic as the live? Because the
I'm
live
not,
people.
I'm not even part of the YouTube community. I don't think I've ever gotten together with these people. So for me, it's and
Wait,
I don't.
you,
Think, I don't
oh,
think
you never collab. I forgot.
not?
You guys don't collab.
I don't think the YouTube is to me is as tight because other than the YouTubers who live in Los Angeles, I don't see any other folks like really making efforts to create like big conventions. I think Twitch is its own ecosystem because Twitch doesn't allow for niches nearly as much. YouTube is much more segregated into like different spaces. Makeup people only hang out with makeup people. Folks who do like money stuff hang out with folks who do money stuff, and even them when they get together, it's on a smaller scale. So I think that's more of a Twitch thing. Twitch is like you'll get like political streamers having a good time with folks who do like just gaming and like e-thoughts and the bathtub girls. So I feel like you guys are very much more closer proximity.
I feel like the guys who do live content, they're way more bloodthirsty for hit pieces. Way more than VOD guys. Have you noticed that? Like they get bored, they see their viewer count low, and then Sherry's like, "Yeah, you actually fucking traumatized me with your pubes, bro."
That's not
Like
what
they just
happens,
fucking
Zherka.
lie out of nowhere. She's clearly a liar.
Sherry, can I ask what possessed you to go online and post that shit? Is it just because you saw Stardust posting it and so you're like, I'm gonna do it too?
No, so when she first posted it, she asked to add mine to it, and I said yeah, but her situation didn't. People were telling her it was nothing and that that you couldn't see pubes, and when I talked to her, I was the one who said pubes, and then they were also upset with her for blurring it. But I thought that suggesting to blur it was like a good idea. If I thought that he was just trying to like expose himself or like make people see him or whatever, I was like probably better to blur it so it's not like more effective. These stupid things. I shouldn't have done this.
Did
I
you
felt
run
like it was
by
my fault.
anybody before you posted it, or was it just you and Stardust and you guys like, oh, I think this is good, like
No,
police investigating themselves? Was that what y'all did?
I was live on stream.
Oh Jesus!
I had just finished the stream.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Hey man, you deserve to
It was
get
just bad.
canceled for
It was
kidding me.
bad
I'm not gonna
decision
lie.
after bad
That was
fucking
dumb as fuck.
decision. Yeah.
That's wild.
Maybe being a live streamer isn't.
Wait, Jerry,
something
how
I'm
do you
good
how
at.
do you feel about those women who just wear like stickers on their tits and go protest? Like, do you think that's gross?
No, I think you can protest.
So why can't Max do it?
Well, I didn't consent.
No, you know
Well,
what?
you didn't consent in public either to them wearing their fucking pasties.
I mean, public is a bit different.
Yeah, public's a bit different than a one-on-one setting. It's a bit different than a one-on-one setting with somebody you're having a conversation with. But
I thought she said it was on live stream.
it was on one live stream, but they're having a one-on-one conversation or whatever, like a
Yeah.
small, intimate conversation. It's a bit different. If like you and I are hanging out and you show up with a thong, it's very different than if I'm walking down the street and the dude's walking around in a thong.
If it's live, you guys are wrong.
If it's live, I'd probably leave the conversation if you showed up like that. And I'd be like, yo, you're being weird.
Come on, Abba.
Nah, bro, I ain't trying to see you. Listen, you're Bosnian. The fact that you even saying this shit is very sus to me. I know about your people. They don't be messing with that.
Albanian.
I mean, hey, listen, ex-Yugoslavian. I don't give a shit. There's no difference.
I love Bosnians, yeah. You're in Toronto, Abba?
Nah, Montreal. I was gonna say though, Shay, just to come back, I do think it's kind of wild that like women will sometimes just get up on these platforms and like make these kinds of statements and claims, like kind of almost willy nilly without any kind of forethought, because like they do have extreme serious complications. The fact that you didn't do any due diligence or didn't run it by anybody for like a site to be like, am I crazy? That to me is what I think is like really wild, because
Yeah.
those kinds of things taken in any context is extremely dangerous. And I don't know. To me, it's just a little bit shocking that you didn't think to run it by anybody before you brought it up.
Yeah, I think there's several things that were bad choices. Is going on stream. Obviously, it's a stream of people who like me, who are gonna support me doing it, who are gonna see exactly what I see. Not a good place to get second opinion or encouragement.
Yeah.
I think I'm too easily fuck. I don't know.
What do
You
we?
don't have friends. You don't have friends you go to this for this kind of stuff.
You
I
could
have
go to me.
A husband. Yeah, I should have.
Did you go to your husband?
Wait, are you guys friends? Are you two
He
friends?
sleeps when I stream. I'm an insomniac, basically.
So you didn't go to your husband?
I didn't.
Hey, you gotta hold a big L, Shay. I need
No,
you to go
I'm
talk to your
holding my
husband.
L.
I need you to apologize to him for not telling him something that you should have told him before you told the world. Because that's wild to me. That is the one person you should have told. And yes, you absolutely shouldn't be telling that.
Beast.
Wait, telling who? What are we talking about? I
Damn,
just came back.
Abba. Holy shit.
Steven, if you want, you can just rewind the stream.
Yeah, good one. Guest 3 on my stream, okay? Nice one there, okay?
You're gonna call me a dumb bitch too? Is that what's gonna happen?
No, I would use it. No, never mind.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
No,
gonna use.
stop.
You ain't gonna live that one down, Steven. That one, it was violent, bro.
Because she was triggering me. She used the equivalent. She called me a simp. That's the male bitch word, okay?
Oh, okay, all right. I'm sure live stream fails will see it that
She
way.
legit got butthurt when you said that shit, and I was clapping.
Yeah, she was mad. Some women do get mad, but she called me the worst thing you can call a man, which is a simp, okay? I don't stand for that. We don't play that shit here, okay?
Right, you got your Miami part of the Fresh and Fit crew now. You read.
Yeah, that's right. We hate women, okay? No offense, Cherry. Oh, Cherry, forget your husband, okay? When shit like this happens, come to me and I'll tell you how it'll look. I can tell you how it's all gonna go
No,
down.
she should go to her husband, not you.
No, why would her? I don't even know if her husband does like online shit a ton. I can
Well,
tell
I
you.
mean, listen.
As soon as I woke up and I checked my what was the first? I think I said one thing in your guys' group chat. What did I say,
That
Cherry?
is one of the dumbest things I've heard. If you feel like somebody made you uncomfortable sexually in any kind of way, she should go to her husband first. She's married for a
Oh
reason.
no, hold on. I'm not talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not talking about if they made you feel uncomfortable. I'm talking about if you should go
means-
public on Twitch with
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
he's
I
talking
agree
about
with
like as not PR, but good advice for.
Yeah, just
That's kinda
somebody
what you're
to give it
telling
a
me.
second look.
Sounds like you don't trust your husband, Sherry.
I trust him with my fucking life.
I don't think the problem is she doesn't trust her husband. I think she just trusts the internet too much.
I think I
Okay.
do.
I would never ask my fans about what I should do about something. That's crazy to me. So that's why I just can't understand when you got like a system in place where people who actually know you can give you objective advice, if you will. So I don't know. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't go to my audience who's like biased towards what they think is good for me or always in my favor. You know, I have friends for that, anyways. So I thought you didn't have friends who could do that for you. That's what I really
Wow,
thought. Which
you're
is
really
I
calling
think
her
a bigger
friendless?
problem. What was that?
Calling her friendless?
Yeah, he's saying I sound friendless.
Yeah,
I mean,
you do.
Hold up. If she would have said that she was, would anyone
he's
here
trying to-
really be shocked?
Trying to walk it back now.
No, I'm not walking back. I'm doubling down. If she would have said that she was friendless, would anyone here been shocked?
Not at
Yeah,
all.
me. I mean, I consider us friends.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're part of the TwitchCon smell, so like you probably.
Wow.
God damn it, dude.
Look at this guy.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. But yeah, like,
I'm just fucking with you,
it's
bro.
not uncommon, especially for folks in these spaces, to not have like really close friendships. It's not weird, so it's not something to shame anybody for, but it does explain some of the behavior a little bit.
No, Steven has the greatest rule. He says anytime you text someone offline or talk to them, assume it's going to get leaked and you'll love streaming. And I've been following it for 3 years and I sleep like a baby. That's the only rule to this kind of life, because these aren't your friends. These are snakes. These are snakes. As soon as Sherry wants to buy something, she's going to accuse Steven and spike her viewer count. And they're all snakes, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think
no.
that's true.
Yeah, I already have money.
I think it's
Oh.
better to assume that people are snakes, but I don't think it's
Better in
until-
what sense? Better in the sense that you won't get fucked
keep
over.
yourself safe.
I mean, I think there's twofold to that. One, it insulates you to some degree, but it also stops you from having decent friendships. Which I
Okay,
think
but look at it like this.
I'm not sure about that. I think you can tell people some pretty personal stuff without like telling them like nukes of yourself.
But look at this. Look at this. Steven has had problems with like 1 million friends online, but he knows, and I know, him and I are not friends. And in 3 years, we've never had a real problem because we know we're not friends.
Okay.
We know deep down. And so when you make friends online, it's really there's an expiration date, you know. But if you're not friends, then you guys are safe.
But I don't think the issue is not having friends or not. I think it's just questionable taste.
No,
Like,
adults shouldn't. Abba, you should agree to this. Adults shouldn't have friends. They should have coworkers. Friends is like
What?
a childish thing.
Okay, Zherka, you're probably putting on your troll hat, so I won't respond.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Abba, who do you stay with? Who do you stay with that is not in your line of work, and why?
Are you talking about like in the real world, or are you talking about?
Yeah,
Dude, Abba's not even friends with Preach, actually.
What?
Yeah.
No. Don't ruin that for me. Abba, you have friends you stay with that are just outside of your world line of work. They have no idea anything about YouTube, and you spend heaps of time with them.
Absolutely, I'm supposed to see a bunch of them tonight. Yeah, I see them every week or every other week.
That sounds like the greatest waste of time, Abba.
Why is it a waste of time? Go for it.
You're probably not even doing coke while you're doing it. I bet while you're hanging out.
I would rather. If I was Abba, I'd go do more shit with Preach.
Why?
This guy, you're talking about
he's in your line of work.
This is a hustle culture victim. Okay, you have no idea.
I'm curious. Yeah, he can explain it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, Abba, your friends don't bring you to their workplace, like to their office and shit. They don't give a fuck about you, right?
Why?
But then they don't because, like, well, do they?
Well, why would they bring me to their workplace? Some of them like work like as teachers and shit like that. Like, why would I go to their workplace? I don't want to go see these kids.
Right, but they have no problem coming on our streams and YouTube channels. Have you noticed that?
But I've never had a single one of my friends online ever.
The point I'm trying to make is,
I don't know what is the point you're trying to make. I'm confused about like why would you think that my friends on my streams?
Okay, I'll see my best friend once a month, and we'll go watch a Dragon Ball movie or whatever. But most of the time, I stay with little Steve. And it's the grown-up thing to do because we're in the same line of work.
No, actually, I think that's probably a worse way to do stuff.
I
I think the more time you spend with coworkers in things that are not work-related, the more odds you have of like souring that relationship. You should mitigate a lot of the non-work-related contacts as much as possible in order to not sour their work relationship.
Think of Steven's life if he stopped playing Dungeons and Dragons.
What would happen? I'm confused.
I think he'd be a lot more successful.
Sure, but doesn't mean you'd be happier and have a better quality of life.
Is
that all you care about?
Yes.
Is being successful, more streamers, more viewers?
Well, the way I see it, when you're young, you have a finite pool of energy, 20s and early 30s, and then it starts to go away. I think you should maximize your youth because when you're 35, 40, you're gonna have a lot of time for friends. But right now, you should be maximizing that.
I think you're missing out on opportunities to build those kind of lifelong friendships or relationships that last a very long time by not investing in them early. Relationships are not just something you start at one age and then they're good. You have to invest in those the same way you'd invest in your workplace. So all the years that I have history with some of my friends before I did YouTube and now after, we have shared history. I've been through them with like they've lost their parents, made new siblings, or like whatever happened. And from that, we build a deeper bond. So for me, it's an investment of time, absolutely, but it's worth it. It's the same reason why I spend time with my niece. Could I go and make 10 more YouTube videos? Absolutely. But then I wouldn't be able to see her grow older, see her change. So to me, there's value in that. That's maybe.
Oh, no, that's a family member, though.
Well, I mean, sure, but what's the difference between friends and family? Who cares?
Why I feel like I'll never see your ways, I have a twin brother, so like I've never felt like I need a best friend because I do everything with my twin brother.
Sure.
So I guess I've never like understood friendship because
Yeah, I mean, if you never understood it and felt a need
like
for it.
when I watch you and Preach, that's identical how we react to videos together. But I can't use him for my stuff because he's a therapist. He's like a professional, and so I lucked out. He's a therapist. But yeah, I'm like, when I watch you guys, I've never like been like, oh, I need friends and stuff. Irrelevant is a twin too. He knows what I'm saying.
I actually do. I genuinely know what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know what it's like to be a twin. What I can say is that life changes oftentimes. Sometimes people get married, they move away. Maybe your brother meets somebody and he has to be gone all the time. And so you have no more in-person contact. If you only source all of your, companionship needs to one person, it's like fine if they're always there, but it's an issue if you have no alternatives. Also, different people can bring different perspectives. When I go to my friend group, the ones I'm going to see tonight, they offer me different things in terms of input and perspectives when I'm dealing with situations, and I do the same for them. And so for me, I understand what you're saying to a degree because I've never had a twin per se, but I will say I've seen a lot of value in having a group of friends.
Would you consider Destiny a friend?
I would say he's probably the closest thing I have in the online world. Yeah.
Aww.
Like,
Closest
would you
thing
tell
you
him a
have in the
secret?
online world, Pog.
What was that?
Would you tell Methstheny a secret?
I have, and I've helped him out with some stuff, and he's like, this is all offline. I won't talk about it here, but yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised how well Steven can keep secrets, and now I'm convinced
Wait,
people
why?
because he's always in dramas. But now I realized if you poke the meth head a bit, he goes nuclear. You just leave him alone. He keeps all your secrets.
Well, no, the thing is that like if you start leaking secrets, nobody will trust you. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So if I leak
Yeah.
secrets, nobody's gonna tell me any secrets.
Wait,
Yeah.
you've never leaked any of the orbiters?
The only time I will leak stuff, and I've said this a million times, the only time I will leak stuff is if people start leaking stuff about me that I think is not true. And if
You're a
somebody does
beehive.
that, then I'll leak everything about us.
Don't poke the beehive irrelevant. That's what he's saying.
I don't even think Steven has anything private on me.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Whoa, that is really combative. What do you mean by that?
What, you told me to not poke Steven. I don't even think Steven. I don't know. Maybe he has the dossier, the
No,
papers. or
Steven
whatever.
has this ritual where he's like, say the N-word at the same time as me, so we have dirt on each other,
Yeah.
and then he records
We
it,
make
so it's like a
you know how
dual
people
loop.
used to do like blood packs? Like,
Yeah.
they all put-
Yeah.
We do like a little recording, but it's an N-word pack, and then we bury it somewhere where all of us know. So if anybody fucks up, it leaks and all of us are destroyed. Yeah.
It's in a time
I'm gonna be
capsule.
honest. I've straight up thought that like maybe that was a thing. I'm not saying that you're being serious, but I've straight up thought about that. Like,
No.
what if
And
that's
actually,
a
the
thing?
funny thing is, at this point in human history, I don't think it would even work anymore because you could just say, "Oh, that's a deep fake audio clip."
True.
That is true. But as
How
a black
about-
person, if I say the N-word, it really doesn't matter. So.
Yeah, exactly.
to find
We
a
got that
different kind
plot
of
armor.
fact first.
Abba, do you say it with hard R?
I have. Yeah, I definitely have.
Oh my!
No, with
Wait,
the-
hold
no.
on. You can't. Even if you're black, you can't do that. That's fucked up.
Well, hold up. First off,
Wait,
one, I don't say it to
context.
people.
Yes, he can.
But
That's
people can't
context.
hard R other people. That's fucked.
Abba can do it, can't he?
Absolutely.
Why are you colonizing and telling a black man what he can and can't say?
Exactly. We can say with the hard ER, whatever, man.
Oof, that makes me uncomfortable around
I'm-
you. Well, I'm not gonna
I mean,
say
you
the
can
N-word at
turn
all around you in
racist.
private
You know
anymore.
what's crazy? There's actually
got
black
a-
folks who
it's
say that
got
to
a
other black
negative
people when they're
connotation.
behaving a certain type of way.
Yeah,
Like,
you've got a
like,
negative
you
connotation.
think of
when
like
you say it with
licorice
ER.
and then add that to the hard ER, they'll just say like that behavior is that, or like they'll say
Jesus.
it's actually pretty common. I remember when I was living in Los Angeles, I'd never heard that before. But yeah, the first time I heard that was this black dude. He was just talking about look, these behaving like, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know y'all could do that. So,
Abba, you know what I sense when I watch your content? I feel like what
the
you see is
fuck?
what you get. That you don't have a secret power level. I feel like that's like you upload. You don't have a secret power level like Steven. Is that true?
Well, I don't
do you
have
mean,
a secret power level. I'm open about all my shit.
wait, when you
No,
say
but
secret power,
Steven,
can you explain what's a
Not
secret
according
power
to my
level?
next twit long.
Like
Shut up.
Steven once met this streamer named Nim.
No, dude, that was a dumb.
And there was a
Okay,
documentary
what he's
about it.
referencing was unironically a fucking joke because everybody called me N-word Andy. So me and Melina meet fucking Nim at TwitchCon, and I think we're walking around outside, and me and Melina are like, oh yeah, if you want to be friends with us, you have to say the N-word. We're obviously fucking joking, and then Nim repeats that joke on stream. Somebody makes an LSF clip out of it, and then people are actually like, there's actually a secret N-word Destiny Society where there's links and clips of like all these people saying the N-word. It was obviously a fucking joke. That's why Nim said it on fucking stream. You guys are insane. Oh my god.
For years, I've
You know
been
what I
telling
think it is,
my.
bro? I really think it's just like the realm that you guys work in. There's a lot of like social ineptitude where people can't take cues.
No,
on
how about he's a StarCraft
really-
player?
That's
That's
honest.
his religion.
That's
is the N-word.
No!
He's a StarCraft
That
player.
we said the F word. N-word is for CS:GO players. Totally different.
Oh, okay.
That's so
How do you feel about the F word, Abba?
He's black. He loves it.
yeah, that's a good word. I'm not gonna lie. I play a lot of video games. That shit's fire.
No, he's joking.
No, I'm not joking. I'm serious. I'm serious. I've said that word playing video games or like
In the past.
sometimes No,
In the
no,
past.
wait,
What the fuck are you
no, no,
doing,
no,
bro?
no, 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 no.
All right,
Listen,
say it for me. Say it in the
care.
past for me.
I don't care. Listen. In our friend
Bro,
group,
I don't have a job, Abba. I'm not rich like you, bro.
What?
Don't cancel us.
Can we get a timeline? Can
No,
we get a timeline?
we don't need one. Just stop, please. All of you stop.
Why is Abba so... This is crazy, dude.
What?
Why do you guys all come to me to commit internet career suicide to? Stop.
Why would this be internet career suicide?
I just...
I want to know. I want to know what the timeline is.
All I know is...
Listen. Listen. Most guys will probably admit. Well, actually, no. I'm not gonna speak to nobody else. But in our friend group of dudes being one type of way might say, I'm not gonna lie.
In the past,
Thank you,
Abba.
God.
Stop!
Hey,
Abba,
listen,
if Destiny is
listen,
sweating,
I
it's bad.
don't care. I really don't care if LSF or whatever the fuck it is.
No. He
Oh,
means
man.
if Destiny's sweating it, you know it's horrific.
This is like when Sneeko wanted to watch that clip on Fresh and Fit, the one that got him fucking... And he's like, we'll watch it. It was real funny,
Okay.
trust me.
I think he's more stressing it because like the community that's from like would make a big deal out of it. But I don't think most people care.
Wait, Abba, did you see the Sneeko clip with the...
Stop.
With the what? With the clapping, with the air humping?
Yeah.
Where he's air humping the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that shit. I told him he was stupid for that.
I watched it live and I predicted it. I'm like, that's going to be your downfall. And my chat's
Absolutely.
like, no shot. He gets away with everything. I was like,
No,
"Right,
no,
let's-
that
Zherka,
was
Zherka, can I ask you a question? I'm super
Yeah, hit
curious.
me. Make
Okay.
America great again.
Well, I'm gonna at least redeem white women today.
White
We'll
women,
see.
I don't
Careful.
care
That's
for them
a
anymore.
tall
White women
order.
sold them a long time ago.
When this
There's
started.
no
with that.
redeeming white women. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I have a lifetime of trauma with that.
That's true. That's true. One day at a time, right? I am curious though. You were talking about like, so one thing that I've noticed, I don't know, I've been in this space for like 10 months and it's been really interesting to notice that like friendships with streamers is the like strangest experience because there's like 2 to 3 levels of awareness you have to have about things going on. And it's like, it's a weird transaction because every relationship you have is both like, you might want to have a meaningful connection with somebody, but there's an element that's always commodified about it as well, right? So like if I'm friends with Relly there and he's a bigger streamer, it's, you know, maybe our friendship is super genuine and it's great, but there's also this piece that's going on at all times that like my career and his career somewhat benefit from like interacting with one another.
Oh, yeah.
So
Steven knows what I mean.
have you become like black? I could be wrong. I feel like what I was hearing is that you become like black pilled to the point where you would argue like you just can't really be friends with streamers. Is that kind of where you're at?
Well, I come from a different background, so the first thing I did on the internet was like, I asked myself, am I in a workspace where people are stable? And we all know the answer to that. So I just made up my mind not to ever, like there's no dirt on me ever, because I really see you guys as extremely unstable and emotionally unfulfilled, nihilistic, and atheists. So you guys are like highest level retards to me. But it's good business. It's really good business with you guys, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting. Would you say that you approach every single streamer with that lens? Like you would look at like Steven or Abba and say like all retards, never trust.
No. If I was on a stream with the late, great, rest in peace Kevin Samuels, I would trust him. But if I'm with the immature world of Twitch and YouTube, fuck no. But, you know, there's very few people who were like Kevin Samuels who, you know, you can just sense the integrity glowing off them, right? And yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I'll take it this far. I'll take it this far.
All people, and I know Kevin, so like, why him of all people?
Yeah. Like what are your cues of integrity?
I think Kevin Samuels was the greatest asset to the black community, and that's why they killed him.
Jesus Christ.
Bro,
I mean,
Man, we're doing hot takes today, guys.
Hold on.
I know him personally, and so it's wild. So if you're just doing conspiracies for jokes, like I can't even.
Whoa! I'm not doing conspiracy. All I'm saying is it's very shady how he died with Viagra. Did you? That story
Oh
is really
God.
weird. It was a weird story. How do you die on Viagra? That's a crazy story. I don't buy it, dude.
Well, I mean, he was actually no. I'm not even gonna say anything. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
anyways.
not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing.
You actually met him, Abba?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
You met him in person?
Mhm.
Oh my God. And obviously you supported everything.
What do you mean, obviously? Why?
I like how I said that. Obviously supported.
No.
Remember,
I'm saying
Abba and Preach are
obviously,
blue pill losers.
no.
Remember, John.
That's what I'm saying. When Abba and Preach go into their nuance zone where they go, oh, we're we're gonna that's what I'm saying is like if Abba Preach ever discredited one thing that Kevin Samuels said, I would completely think they're crazy. I would mark you guys as crazy, right?
True. Me too.
Because you got to
Go ahead.
remember, I don't find Andrew Tate and those kind of don't ever have a family channels red pill. I find it very cringe. But Kevin Samuels, his message was just perfect and packaged beautifully with a suit and tie, and he was mean because everyone would waste his time. It was just a perfect message. And I think that was the greatest red pill I've ever seen. It's not Andrew Tate. It's not those channels. And yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you said
So what are your markers of integrity in another streamer? Like, how do you know if you can trust somebody in this space?
Usually if they've had a job before streaming, that was high level. Yeah. If you've had a job before this stuff.
Who on this panel has had a job before? Did you have a job? I know.
Abba's had a job. I know Abba's had a job.
Yeah, I've had a few jobs.
What about you?
He had a high level job, actually. I know this.
Ooh.
Abba, you worked in sales.
Yeah, no, I've done a lot of jobs. Yeah.
John, did you do a job before streaming?
Steven was a carpet cleaner. I was a bouncer, and I did contracted security work for private events, and for 5 years, and I did sales. So yeah, I've had a job. Yeah.
What about Relevant? What did he do?
Irrelevant.
I had like summer jobs.
Untrustworthy.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sherry, have you had a job?
Sherry left.
She's gone.
Who am I talking to? Who are you?
I'm Erudite.
Oh my god. Okay.
I've had a job.
I'm not mad at what Zherka was saying in regards to people actually having jobs before they did any of this stuff. I feel like for people who are like born into this world and like always have lived here, the very different experience than people who've like actually done other things. And I think that's true for like most disciplines.
Yes.
I think when you've only done the one thing, your perception is a bit skewed, and I think your approach to it and your outlook on it is like very different.
Well, there's also, I think that there is a thing that, it sounds so cringe. I don't mean to gatekeep, but like working a real job, I think matures you a little bit. Like there's a feeling that you get when you have to wake up and go to some place that you don't like because you have bills to pay and you're going to deal with different types of fucking people that are annoying to you. Like, I think those types of experiences probably mature you a bit in life. And I think there's a lot of streamers that have never, ever, ever had to deal with that or think about that ever. And they come across, in my opinion, as being very entitled because of that.
Absolutely. I definitely
Well,
agree.
I think this job, like, even if you've had jobs before, what I've noticed is like a lot of streaming pre-selects for like very specific personality types. Because I think you need to have a certain level of like self-focus to think that like I can talk into a camera or like play some video games and make like money doing so. Like, especially a lot of people who stream, their goal is fundamentally to like get famous and get more popular. And so I think like that necessarily, even if you've had a job outside of it, it is pre-selecting for like some level of like self-focus. And I don't think self-focus is bad inherently. The problem is that like usually the people who are the most toxically self-focused rise to like the top of certain chains because they're willing to step on people.
Possibly.
Yeah,
it could also in some ways select for people that, like, it could be selecting for people with a lot of self-focus, but within a subset of people that have very little self-focus too, which is like a kind of a weird conundrum. Because if you're like a terminally online person all the time, you might be coming from a background of people that are already not very like confident or self-focused too. So you get like a king of the nerds type situation.
If you don't have a bulletproof mind and you get into streaming and YouTube, all the clout, money, Ferraris, you cannot enjoy it. You sleep anxious with anxiety. They're going to cancel me. If you're anything like Steven, who can do wars, cancellations, come back again and again, you can really enjoy it. But if most people, most influencers are cowards, that's why they cope with alcohol, drugs, and all that stuff.
Yep, not me. No drugs here.
It's like this job it's very rare. Like, Abba, you know what I'm saying? When the Hasan Piker's channel was getting on your back, were you guys anxious at all when you went to bed? Like,
no,
I'm being canceled?
Not at all.
But that's why you're so
but
successful.
that's because, like, listen, like I've been doing well in other jobs. Like, if I lose this one day, and I've always, I don't know, I always approach this stuff with like I could lose this at any point. So I'm good right now. I save my money accordingly. I live accordingly. This is a blessing. If it's here, it's here. If it's gone, it's gone. But I don't get stressed about none of this stuff. It's not even happened a single time for me. So, yeah, it doesn't get to me at all.